not talking about money. Building yourself is also a skill and a will. You know how to sell, you know how to talk, be in real estate. You have a skill that is related to art, you know how to draw, you know how to dance. Be in the art of entertainment. It's a whole industry. But don't just say, I don't have what it takes. It means you don't have yourself. I learned to treat everyone with respect, but with limited access. I tried to fight the pain, it became more painful. I tried to fight everything that I was supposed to feel to change it. You can always change.
And to be honest, that feeling brought me and Samira understanding that we have to, speak to you. We have to know you more. We have to explore more of what you're thinking. Because I believe we were just talking to Samira yesterday about that connections and networking, and actually the community is everything right now in Dubai.
Hello everyone, and I'm super excited and very, very overwhelmed, and I cannot wait to introduce our very, very special guest. So we have with us today Martin Al Masri, and he is the co-founder and CEO for House of Victor. It has a group of different companies, and at such a young age, I feel that he has been achieving, striving, and brings so much inspiration today on this table. And we are going to be having this special season and conversation with Martin. And we have a special host with us as well. So Xenia, you want to?
Yeah, we're having a multiple collaboration today, which is Unleashed with Samira and Xenia Talks. So Martin, thank you so much for coming. It is such a pleasure to host you here today.
Thank you for having me. I'm so lucky, like 2 podcasts in one. I mean, that's every speaker's dream, to record in for 2 in the same time. Thank you for
Amazing.
the wonderful introduction. I'm so happy to be here, and I'm proud of you ladies for having your podcast, your businesses, and your ruling.
Well, I think the spotlight today is on you, Martin, because I've been a really great fan of the way you have brought up with these amazing different companies, not just one, but many under the House of Victor. So how did your journey begin, and what inspired you to jump into this beautiful industry, which not so many people, to be honest, have the courage, and in a beautiful city of Dubai, there's beauty everywhere. So what made you start?
Well, I came to Dubai 10 years ago. I started as a model for the first 5, just to network, to find myself. And around 2019, I decided, let's get more serious about life, start the business. So we started with the Victor Closet, which we changed the name later to House of Victor. The beginning was very challenging, lots of lesson to be learned, still learning.
Have you started from Dubai as a starting
Yeah, all
place?
my companies are Emirati companies.
Amazing.
And I always say everywhere, with all respect to every country and every region, I was not born here, but I belong here. I was not born here, but I will die here, happily.
Beautiful.
So the Emirates for me is very special. We have that relationship that,
We do.
Like, some people just look at the towers. I look at the asphalt. I touch the sand. I hug the trees. This is my tradition. You can connect with the towers and the downtown, which are wonderful. But for you to connect with the land, you need to...
It's amazing that you're saying that. Some people saying Dubai has no soul, and I'm always fighting with those people, because we are the ones who are bringing the soul to the city. We are the ones who are creating the community with people that are really striving in terms of their talents, creativity, and we are the ones who are making the place happening, right? Isn't it?
No, I keep hearing that. When somebody says Dubai has no soul, I also ask them, when is the last time you felt a soul? Maybe you have a problem connecting with the
That's
city.
a nice one, yeah.
Maybe you have a problem
Yes.
connecting with the land, You're always welcome, But if you really don't find the soul, then why did you
Yeah.
come?
And I feel that, I mean, all of us, and especially you, traveling all around the world,
Right.
and having a flavor of all the different fusions of cultures and people, this place fits best. How would you, Martin, describe it in terms of operating a business? Like, so you thought that you're going to go into one, and then how did it multiply?
Here, it is interesting and adventurous to build something out of yourself. I'm not talking about money. Building yourself is also a skill and a wealth, permanent, you know. I always say you buy yourself first and everything else will be up for sale, and everyone.
Wow.
So
That's so good.
the whole point of being here is to learn how to operate, is to learn discipline, is to learn business, is to surround yourself with the actual minds you want to be like, because you are the average of 4 or 5 people in your life. You know, I have the people I have and I'm with every day, you can count on one hand. And the reason I'm keeping it that way, because not everyone around you will wish you're better than them, especially if you are a reflection of who they'll never be. That will always bother them. I am a reflection of myself. I don't copy anyone. I don't even have a printer at home or the office, so I'm not a copier. That's for sure. That's why it takes me time to actually send the message out, whether it's in clothes or in my magazine or in my events production. But I'm happy to always listen to everyone, and I always get asked about
Martin, why are you wearing this piece of fashion clothes today? On
Well,
you?
the whole point is everyone thinks it's the same T-shirt. First of
Right.
all, it's I wear a single design, but I have like 50
Right.
of the same at home alone. You know, I have achieved wonderful deals and closed beautiful transactions and meetings wearing that when I first designed it last
My
year.
God, I can relate
Bless
so much
you.
from real
Yeah.
estate.
Yeah.
I always choose the piece of clothes, the lucky
Yeah.
one, the lucky
Yeah.
one. But
And it's right
consistency.
there.
And confidence.
Yeah, it's right there. I'm Victor. Like
you're
a
the-
lot of
exactly.
people say, "Oh, why you wear the same? You have a brand." I can wear anything. I can wear something every single day. I never run out of clothes.
Yeah,
I can wear
exactly.
one thing per day.
course.
But I don't do that because I like what I'm wearing. I'm confident in it, and if I don't send the message out there, how would you buy it?
Exactly. No, 100%. You have to represent from beginning till the end, whatever you're doing. And, here's the question. You mentioned something about the people, that not everybody gets the success. Well, like, have you had people who got overwhelmed with your success? And how did you deal with this?
Well, it's not about that. I haven't even started yet. I'm just warming up, really. The whole point is anybody, and I say this all the time, don't compare yourself to anyone because they just started before you. That's the only difference between both of you. They started before. Now it's your time when you decide. I used to blame many things. I used to blame every single person, the weather. I used to blame my dogs. I used to blame my housekeeper.
Don't blame your cute dogs.
You know? No. When I was modeling, I didn't understand.
It was normal. It's
Yeah, because
natural.
nobody gives you a manual in life.
Exactly.
You know, I was a horrible student, but like school and university are great institutions. But for me, life does not come with a manual or instructions. No matter how many times somebody tries to give you a recipe to do something, you figuring it out on your own can be painful, can be successful, can be fruitful. It can be many things, but you're supposed to feel everything. Otherwise, you're one thing. And we're not, we're really infinite.
100%. And the process moving into the creativity, the fashion creativity, did it happen like overnight? You woke up and decided like, I'm going to have that line of clothes? Or was it more of gradual process, learning, feeling, getting inspired?
I didn't study fashion at all. And when,
That makes it even more interesting.
Beginning of 2017, I started to make clothes just for me. 2018, people started noticing it. Whenever I travel, I get stopped. Like I go to Prague a lot because it's my favorite city.
It's my favorite
going,
city too.
Yeah, it's like going back in time there.
My bad, I haven't never been.
You should actually.
Now you
You will
should,
feel
yeah.
something. And somebody stopped me in a park called Etna Park, where you oversee the old town
Yeah.
and Charles Bridge. They told me, "What are you wearing?" And I said, "I'm wearing me." And it was the first time I say that. And it's kind of like, ta 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 ta. Now you have to do that.
That
you
was
know?
the
So
spark, yes.
Right.
so I started thinking about it. But the moment that I actually decided, I was in the middle of a shoot, an e-com shoot for a brand, a multi-store company. And it hit me, like I know every photographer, I know every model, I know a factory, I know everything.
Yeah,
so
from
why
inside.
I'm still behind
Right.
the camera?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I'm still in front of the camera, but differently, you know?
But I think it resonates very well because you were in the entire working operations, and that's the best way to start when you are familiarized with the workings of the back, the process, the design, the manufacturing, the retail. So I mean, you were breathing that the fashion world. And so my next question is like, how do you feel like sometimes things can be very overwhelming? Because I mean, of course, there's always, we look at the negative, or we get frustrated, or we get burnt out. So like, seeing your portfolio, does it ever get like too much for you? Because I feel you are like a one-man show. You want to take piece by piece. You take time to design. You're completely original. So it's very consuming.
The thing is, like, when you're doing what you love, you don't look at the watch and you don't put expirational date for the day. You just keep going. And for me, what I do is breathing. So I don't want to stop. I'm sure you also don't want to stop what you love.
Oh, no, we don't.
For me, like, I know I look like I'm doing 10,000 things in the same time, but if you actually put it in writing, they are all serving each other. And I love to do it. Like, I have also a company called Orca that is for business setup. If somebody want to move to the UAE, we open their
that's amazing.
companies, we give them golden visas. To most people, that's just a boring side. To me, it's beautiful because I get to build a beautiful database and a network to invite them for my events after. It
Exactly.
works.
Yes,
It
yes.
serves.
Yeah, and then also, once you tap into all those connections, you really, because I believe we were just talking to Samira yesterday about that, connections and networking, and actually the community is everything right now in Dubai. That's where you get exposed with your creativity, with your products as well, with everything, whatever you actually have to offer to this market. This is what, there are always people, if you are continuously in the field, if you're continuously in touch with everyone. So I wanted to ask another question, which is maybe not that related, but Dubai is so luxury, and Dubai is, I think, one of the most luxurious city in the world. But I want to know, what's luxury for Martin?
Good question.
It is. Luxury for me is choosing who to spend time with, choosing when to wake up, choosing to be alone or to be surrounded with entities that no longer matter, never did, actually. Luxury is freedom, time control, emotional control.
Wow.
Yes, that's so
I
deep.
would like a pen and paper too.
Thanks God we are recording.
Yes.
We can put it all down, but it's the deepest thing, to be honest, because if you ask, most of the people in Dubai,
course.
it's the cars, it's the apartments, it's the gold, it's the, things that basically, but at the end of the day, that shows so much maturity in you.
Yes.
Maturity of understanding the real value, because you know that whoever you surround yourself with, that's what you're becoming, and we all know that. And that's why every minute of your life, where you are, what you're saying, what are you listening, especially what you're listening, I think this is really kind of strong, because that's what we absorb, and that's what we become every day.
Like, because I trace things backwards. If we are dying, what are the last wishes? We don't want to hug our Ferraris or our assets or our trophies or our medals, right? Those moments we want to be with our loved ones. We don't want with our pets, with those emotions, with those relationships, and also not regretting that I should have done that. I was meant for it. Exactly. Why didn't I take that chance? Martin, I want you to help us, tell us your different portfolios. So what is it like? I know you have a modeling agency, so if you could tell us and the audience about your different works.
So we have like a holding company. It's called Victor Brands Holding, VBH Group, for like a short name. We have the House of Victor, Victor Magazine, Infinity World. It's two companies, events and modeling agency. We have Orca, that's the enterprises, the one that we use to start businesses for clients who are looking to move to the UAE, and soon also we will do the same for Saudi and Egypt as well.
Amazing.
Lovely, yeah.
So I do events, fashion. This is what I love to produce, Events, we are living in a one big event too, so events are everything.
I was amazed and I was absolutely in love. Like, there's this one point when I was having a look at your fashion show, and it was completely new. Like, it was something like one of those, the Chanel and I mean, one of them. How do you come up with those themes? There is one, I believe, that you did in another country. It was like. It was something unique. It was. I know there's so many of them.
Are you talking about like this year or last year?
Last year.
Last year I did.
There's so many, but
I did a lot in Dubai. Maybe you're referring to the show in India.
Yes.
Yeah, the show in India was
wow.
very nice. Yeah, it was my first
Phenomenal.
time in India.
I have to see that.
India is such a beautiful country, amazing people, great energy. And guess what? I felt like I have a ritual. Every city I visit, new or old, like first time or 100 times, I have to take off my shoes, connect, and walk on the street.
Nice.
And then I have to hug a tree. Because that tree is older than the entire street and older than most people living around
Especially in those countries.
Yeah, so I just like
connect
hug it.
with nature.
Yeah, it makes me happy.
That shows how much energy rules in Martin, right? This is something, definitely it's there.
I have a lot of energy. Sometimes I feel lazy and I don't want to do anything, but I know it's momentarily to remember who I am. Any of us can really do anything. And I even tell myself, I'm learning how to be more disciplined. I'm still learning how to use my time wisely. I'm still learning how to be more organized. I'm not like I am organized, but not to the optimum. Like I know I can do better. And that's the self-motivation. Remember, when you go, if you want to call it death or next station or whatever you want to call it, when you go, you're only taking you're only taking your conscience. So that's the best investment, The cars are nice, the houses are nice,
yes.
The gold is nice, but if you're seeing it a lot and you're exposed to it and you have it, it just becomes, okay, what's next?
Martin, if you were to influence someone, that you're having a strong influence on someone, what type of influence would you like it to be?
I spent years, actually I wasted years trying to make certain people better. And I thought I was very smart. Today I'm just me. I'm focusing on me, and that's not selfish, that's self-full.
Right.
And I would say to everyone, focus on yourself and remember there are two universal laws that I would suggest for you to obey. Don't create anything that will harm someone, and don't take away something that's not yours.
Wow.
And 100%. You can create anything, and there's abundance everywhere. Believe me, there's abundance everywhere. It's just you either don't have the key or you don't have the GPS map to take you there. And that's the true suffering. Like people suffer. and I also used to suffer, it's because your current situation and where you want to go. The destination, I mean. Something has to change. It's either you change your situation, which is today, or you change your destination, but something has to change. And that's the true struggle for everyone.
It's like they say, you cannot do the same thing expecting a different result, right? Something has to change in that process.
Exactly.
Do you think the success for men and for women are similar, or women, get towards the success in a kind of more feminine way, or like what's your, like I would like to know your vision on this because you're in the industry.
Every person has a recipe, and I know many women have more money and more power and more smart than a lot of men. And I personally work with women better.
All right.
Like I have business partners that are women, getting along great, been years and years, never had a true fallout, like misunderstanding, arguments. This is part of life.
Naturally.
You know, how women succeed, how women make their way, doesn't matter. When you have what they have, you can give an opinion. If not, observe and learn.
100% agree with you.
I think
100%.
like what I infer from Martin's way of approach, or he tries to get the best, and this is what is the best way to seek the potential of every, like, women have a more emotional side, than men. But I somehow feel men are more powerful in a way, like me also being an entrepreneur, I think the yin and the yang, everything has, there cannot be a good and a bad, like, separate. They have to be together. And if these two energies work together in resonance, then you can just make magic happen.
Absolutely.
It's also like what one of my guests on the podcast said, like what I really like, that a man and woman, we both have this yin and yang. So we just pull out one when we need it, and we pull out another one when we need it. Because in business, you have to be totally, like strong, a little bit masculine. But when it comes to personal life, maybe we should like put those qualities somewhere in a different place and to be more nurturing, So basically, it's an interchangeable thing. It's the energy that comes and goes, and you can control it. You can actually emotionally contribute it or distribute it the way you think is useful for that specific situation.
We are inside, I'm talking, and our mind, we are both men and women.
Exactly.
If you know how to work with emotional intelligence, which is you use in sales and closing deals, don't go dry. Dry is just information. To create a memory or to create an experience to a business partner or to an audience, you need to mix emotions with information to create a memory. And if you just go dry with information, you're gonna get a dry reflection. If you go and mix emotions and like information, you will create a memory and an experience to have an informed feedback or a decision on whatever you're endeavoring.
It's very related to real estate, to be honest, because we do sell a lot of information, but based on emotions, and that's amazing every time. And that's where we get satisfaction ourselves from, for example, when I'm taking handover of the apartments that I sold like 3-4 years ago. And it's, to me, it's like a child. I'm entering and I'm the one who was contributing a lot into everything in that. And then I see it's like a baby born now, like, oh my God, this is so beautiful. It's literally like a process, very emotional for me and for the clients, of course. And I wanted to ask you, like, when you're creating styles, do you get satisfaction from seeing people wearing it, or are you more satisfied with the process that your vision comes to life as a piece?
I enjoy seeing someone wearing it, seeing someone wearing our perfume. We have Victor perfumes as well. It shows me that I'm on the right track. It shows me that I'm creating something, because, we're here on earth, or whatever you want to call it, to learn one single lesson, which is energy. You can't create it, it's there. You just manipulate it into something else, into a table, into fabric, into waves, into monitoring, into a lens cap, into anything. And once you learn that lesson, you're ready for the next.
Beautiful. Martin, tell me, in this modeling agency, and I see that you are facilitating so much of the youth. Like you're bringing a beautiful platform where so many people can, learn to create their personalities, and it's like a service, right? It's more of a service, I feel like there was this one fashion show where you had everyone come in for the audition, and people can actually tap into their creative side. So is it always like, because I think you like to do more, like to be of service as well, so
100%. Like for me, also, I create a platform for them to get to know each other, break that fear of being surrounded with many people. You need to network as well. It creates an opportunity for them. Someone else will see them. When I was a model, I remember nobody gave me a hand, nobody helped. Actually, they made sure I don't get any help. And it's funny enough, it's the same people who still come to our auditions.
That's the best thing to see, right?
No, it's not the best thing to see. It just shows that you've made the right decision for you.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's quite satisfying.
nobody teaches this, or nobody helps us.
Unfortunately, I always say that.
No one helps, even
No
I feel
schools,
university, and most importantly, no one mentors you in a sincere, authentic way to wish you, progress or financial independence. So, was this one of your not agendas, but is it one of your hope to also bring about more people coming into this industry, or supporting them and training them?
Of course, like for me, I'm happy to support whoever deserves. But a lot of people, when you are too open, they come with the lists or their own agenda, and they keep forgetting whatever they're trying to do now. I've done in high school. And it's just so funny, like they come and assume that you're like a nerd or stupid or shallow, that they can come with their list and you couldn't see it. I can actually name their items and tell you, he or she, you're here for this, but guess what? You're still gonna come to the audition like everyone else, and you have a 50-50 chance, and that is good enough. And you actually do a test to see who actually likes you for you, and who's there for what you have and your connections and network. And Dubai is like, has an abundance of everything. You can get what you want. I'm not like the gatekeeper or anything. There are many. You can go to a lot. I'm just starting. I'm only 4 years old in the business. So you just come to me for the shortcut. Guess what? It's already short because I'm not going to sit with you.
I like how you make the boundaries.
Exactly, boundaries are important.
No, because I lost energy, money, time, more gray hair, and for what? It's now me and whoever will be on board for all of us to go more higher and more successful. That's about that, but not less.
Right.
Not because of anything, it's just you cannot go on with heavy weight anymore.
True.
It just, remember, because you will be like a ride until a better ride comes along. You don't do that to yourself. Because one day you'll wake up and you're 50, and then the what if, which comes to everyone, billionaire or a wonderful surviving person, the what if. You better have answers, because it hurts.
And I'm sure it comes through the learning process. It doesn't come overnight where you decide like I'm going to be this or that. It comes from the painful experiences where you really give people chances to be next to you, and then you realize that not everyone think like you are. What we figure out what's best for us, and I think why is it the best? Because when you serve you actually serve others in that sense.
True.
That's what I feel in this sense. Yeah.
I liked in one part, I heard you in another podcast where you said to be or
to do.
No. Can you say that?
Yeah,
and can you?
it was,
can you also?
I'm not being. I'm doing. That's what you said. Yeah.
Like, when you are a human being, you're there.
Right.
When you are a human doing, you create. And with the moment you start creating, audience follow. Any audience. I mean, if you, for example, speak Arabic and English, you're controlling what? Hundreds of millions as audience, you know?
True.
And I'm lucky enough to speak Arabic and to come from this beautiful region that is actually up and coming, and wonderful future awaits the Middle East and some Arabic countries as well.
Yes.
And I used to be a human being. I was just like there, like, okay, what should I do? Now I'm a human doing, still not doing enough. I'm gonna do more.
You
I
have
like
time.
how you
You
know
have time.
you're so humble because
Yeah.
you don't inflate your ego.
Right.
I mean, many times you know people stop growing, and I think stopping like not to grow is like you're dead. Martin, I like you know I'm seeing that even Saudi Arabia is coming onto the map, and like you know the Middle Eastern region in the fashion world is growing phenomenally. So it must be like something exciting for you. What is like your like so you are in UAE. How do you plan to
Expand.
cross boundaries?
Just the fact that the House of Victor is born here, there will always be the head office of any Victor company in the Emirates, because I owe that much to Dubai and Abu Dhabi, especially Abu Dhabi. I would love to have an office in Saudi. I would love to have an office in Egypt. In the US as well, there is
Yeah,
a
that's a
plan.
big market.
Yeah, the US still entertainment center. So for sure, and Europe obviously. I have many fashion shows next year, like
Do
in
you
different countries.
do you
Oh,
plan
wow.
to like enhance or maybe modify the collections according to the regions, or it's a one style?
I don't think I need to modify. I have this new strategy: 1 year print all over, loud, and 1 year no print. So I'm balancing it already. Maybe I'll do a capsule collection, saluting or paying my dues to a certain country. That is just lovely, and it shows respect, and it's always an option.
Yeah, of course. I mean, when maybe you can go to one country, get some, you know, different inspiration in there, and of
Yeah, of
course,
course, of
yeah,
course,
because I
of
feel
course.
like every culture, especially when we're living here in Dubai, right? I mean, we're here sitting Russian, Egyptian, Samira from where I forgot.
Indian
From
Kashmir.
India, yeah. So imagine the collaboration now that we have, and we go outside and we have multiple different, you know, ways of like how people present themselves. And in that sense, Dubai is amazing because whatever collection I think you're creating, there will for sure will be people who would be, you know, into that. As much as people love to go out over here, there is a definitely space for luxury stuff, and there is definitely for like, you know, casual wear and something which is you know, just easy
One-
things.
One thing, like Martin, I would like you to share is, like, is there any advice, or is it something because you have already been through the journey of the startup of the business, and then how one faces different challenges, and so for those who want to start something, or for the youth, or for many women or people, what are the things that they should look out for?
In order for you to start a business, I'm gonna look at theirs. In order
Yeah,
for you to
that's-
start a business, you need to do the following.
Okay, please write like pens and papers.
Yes.
You need to take the right partner. You need to identify your goals. Do not start many things in the same time. I made that decision before. It felt like a mistake, but it is not now. It just, I would still advise to focus on one thing, have a mastery in one skill set, and just repeat that. And don't rush into trying to prove that you're bigger than you are, because not everyone is as naive as your mind will tell you to make you look bigger.
And so, Martin, tell us, like, what is your next plan? Like, you are saying you have some fashion shows in Europe, or do you want to give us some snippets, some you know, idea of what are your?
Well, in Dubai, there are great fashion shows coming up. I already started working on the new collection. I always release the main collection from the Emirates to the rest of the regions. This is just who I am. We have some shows in different continents coming up. A new project as well. Something in Saudi too, and something in Egypt.
Amazing. So also about, did you choose which partner should be part of your business, or is it like is it important to have them on the same wavelength? Like, I think you're like a bird, like a, who wants to, conquer so many different things. So I think, you need someone really like
with also that type of mindset, visionary
yes,
mindset
to cope with.
Because if you tomorrow coming with a new business, they have to be like, whoa, what's going on? Like, is it okay or is it not?
For me, like, I have existing business partners, but I'm always looking for the next big one who as crazy as me, who as ambitious as me, someone I could learn from, not just like have him do what I want, him or her. Yes, I always look for a great partner, a great investor, because my ideas are really not limited to anything or to anyone. As long as they agree, our business has to start in the Emirates, because that's my only condition.
Amazing.
Yes. I think this is something so nice and important, and it's like a good fortune, because you have so much respect and an emotional connection, and like you said, that place brings goodness, and like.
I get your point. Yeah, it's the abundance altogether. Yeah, exactly. Martin, while we were talking during the podcast, I have spotted so much. I don't know if you call it spiritual energy or the wisdom. You really hold a serious amount of wisdom in you. Is there somebody that you've been photos. Reading, or you've been listening to someone, I'm not saying a master or someone, spiritual master, somebody who enlightened you in some points in your life, or was it your pure personal experience? Because you don't talk as an average person, you know that.
For me, to be honest, I am a student of life. I would sit and listen to you. I will sit listen to you. I will sit to listen to the videographer. I will sit and listen to the janitor in the building. Everyone has a message. Everyone has an emotion. Everyone has an energy. I made that inexperienced step where I used to only talk to certain people because they're holding a certain title, and at the end of it, they're the ones that will make sure you don't progress in life.
Oh my God.
Interesting.
Yes, you will be like, for example, you put a story on Instagram that we are recording now.
Yeah.
You will have that person who you think is a friend will keep calling, bothering you or saying something just to upset you so you don't perform.
Whoa.
The thing is, I'm born performer. I know how to talk. And if you come to one of our events and you see, I'm also the producer of the event, not just the fashion designer. I'm the one who will just put a coat on, wearing the same thing, finish my work. You will always find a speaker here. I'm head of security as well. I'm head of front of house. I love that. That's not distraction. That's interaction. And only the person who keeps pointing out, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. Okay, what are you doing? Because I could also say something that could create an emotional scar for life. But I choose not to say for me, not for you. Yeah. I am more careful now what to say. You might remember, you might not remember where we met. You might not remember what I said, but you will never forget how I made you feel. So I'm very careful not to do that, because it comes back and sometimes it stays too.
100%. And we have experienced that when we actually entered in the middle of the show. You just stopped everything. You just greeted us.
Of course.
And that humble energy, I said, oh my God, what an amazing person. And to be honest, that feeling brought me and Samir understanding that we have to, speak to you. We have to know you more. We have to explore more of what you're thinking. Because, we're all learning at the end. And it's not many people you meet like that. You know what I mean?
Can you tell us more about what you just said about getting it back? Like you're very like this is something where a lot of people don't have a filter. If their head comes out to anybody without any comprehension. So it's very difficult to hold back to say something hurtful.
It's like being sensitive enough to understand it might hurt another person as much as direct. My problem big time.
Most probably it will hurt somebody.
Yeah.
You need to be very careful what to say, how to communicate, and also you need to be careful what to talk about your business. Don't talk too much. I used to talk too much. I used to tell them what I'm gonna do in 2027 in 2018.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because
it's either they're gonna
open,
take, it's either they're gonna take your idea or envy is an energy, hate is an energy, aggregation is an energy, love is an energy, everything is an energy. But if somebody magnetize themselves towards hating you, it works. The same thing, you magnetize yourself through a deal and you focus on it, it also helps. So that works and that works. So I'm not saying don't be social, I'm not saying don't talk to somebody. Choose very wisely, because not everyone in your life
is going to be
wanna
happy.
see you well off. They will wish you're okay, but never better than them.
100%.
And always remember, you could be a threat to someone who is asking if somebody's asking a lot of questions, don't be afraid of them. It's always the quiet ones who are registering and recording your emotions, your thoughts, your every move, your likes, your dislikes. That is the person you actually try to distract. The ones asking questions, they're making enough noise to even notice.
It's the one on social media who never comment anything.
And they will always be liking your stories or watching your stories.
They're watching, not even liking. They don't like and they don't comment, but they always watch.
Yes, social media is emotional
Interaction.
packages. It's
Yeah.
emotional packages.
Yeah.
It's a digital emotional control, So whatever you see somebody following you but not interacting, it's just keeping an eye on you. Somebody who's sending you hearts so much, it looks like hearts digitally, but his face or her face might have looked like evil or something.
You would never know, right? You would never know.
No, this is the screen age. Screen is really connecting and disconnecting everyone in the same time. And I'm glad. I love it. I cannot wait to have robot friends. They'll love me. They'll love me like we will rule, We'll be like friends and working together and designing clothes and just... The only thing we would never do is gossip because we know each other very well.
I like how you embrace and take every challenge of AI or anything in your stride. So, Martin, about the disconnection, right? So many times I feel that, like I did some yoga and it's about like people, it's the stress or the disconnection, or how do you maintain that alignment?
Yeah, like wholeness.
Well, it came after a long practice and a long battle between the right and the wrong, the correct, the incorrect. At the end of the day, you should show your people what you want to get back. You should talk to people what you want to be talked to. And I'm doing that. For me, if I hear somebody's talking bad about me, I was like, great. My reality show might come one day. You keep watching for that, So if people are talking about you, actually be happy and laugh about the stories, because sometimes they make you travel, they make you go to houses you've even been, they make you sit in a restaurant. I would even not order water there. It's nice. It's nice. Don't let it get into your skin.
And you dance with them.
And I feel like social media actually helps a lot. The more you're exposed to social media, the more followers you get, the more actually reactions you get back, and it makes your skin thicker because you're already not that, sensitive about the people going crazy about something that you do. It's with the time, the more you grow, very well, the more exposure you get, the more things are thrown into the person during this growth.
Just observe more, observe everything. Sometimes I'm like
Yeah, it's nice.
having coffee and I'm looking at the pigeon, and I think, was she a pigeon all her life? Was she a person before? Was she a lizard before? Was she my mom? My mom died when I was 18, so I always wonder, where is she? And is she a man or a woman? Did she choose to come back or not? I like to wonder. I like to observe, because when you observe, you also in the same time learn how to. The city will never quiet down, but you could mute what you want. I have muted many people, and then they think I'm narcissistic or they think I'm selfish or something. No, just like, you're talking so much about me, enjoy that. And I know you will never meet me again. I'm like, I've never said this before. I have literally people that try to literally threaten my very existence in this country, just because there is a potential to grow,
Isn't it crazy?
and people who try to, let's say, record my voice, record my videos, record many things. I never shared this before, and when they come to one of my events, smiling, welcome to the show, but you will never get Martin again. That Martin is gone. There's Martin Victor, there's Martin Victor Al Masri. Believe me, they're three different auras. It's the same person, but three different auras. Now, with you ladies, it's me. It's really me. What you see is what you get.
Thank you so much for that.
Some people don't get that. I will never shake hands with somebody who I know what they did. Like, I tell everyone, I'm going to tell your audience, whatever you hear about me is true. Just wait until I tell you what I heard about you.
No, but you have a big heart. If it was for me, I would have just blacklisted them and made sure that I don't
But that means you care if you do that.
That's the point. Yeah, I agree that
But
at the end of the day, the more emotions you throw into the people, the more you're involved somehow. That's what I feel also. Like the more this poker face actually is just like indifference. You're no more like connected in any other way.
I feel like if people can think about, there's no scarcity, there's abundance, right? And if they are threatened or they're jealous and they are envious of your success, well, the world is open for you. You can go and discover and do anything you want.
Absolutely.
See, Samira, how I see it is like attention is a currency. We all know that, right? Attention is becoming more and more valuable right now in this world. So where we're going to put our currencies, that's where the thrive is going, right? And Martin had chosen a perfect way to remove whatever things that don't profit really him and put it in the right way where he can grow.
Isn't it difficult? Isn't like you want...
No. It's all tests. Like, for example, you make it inconvenient to be like around you, you know? Not rude, not unpleasant, but you just, when you're too available, you're not there anymore. You are not there anymore.
Yeah, I totally agree. Lived through that 100%.
I need to write this down.
We're recording.
It's amazing. One thing that you said, it's good to mute the noise.
Yeah.
And this one that you have said.
And this journey is, regardless which field you're in, I think in any type of, any growing business, any entrepreneur who is trying to do their best. And, sometimes people say about the social media, even like when you're putting so much in, you understand how much work. Like every time I see a big amount of followers for somebody, I understand how much work they put there because I do podcasts, I do a lot of, contribution to social media. But when, and somebody who didn't do that, for them it's just a kind of a picture, like it's just somebody does something, I don't know what they're doing. And they would criticize things like, look at her, she did this 1, 2, 3. But where it comes from? It comes only from lack of knowledge, how much effort that human being had put into this whole, structure.
Yeah, for me, I'm teaching myself not to judge anybody.
Yeah.
You don't know what this person been through.
Definitely.
Whether it's easy or not.
Yeah.
You don't know. If it's, you just focus on yourself. try and celebrate your success with someone who's as successful or more successful than you, and be happy for them.
Absolutely.
If you're younger, you have a chance.
Yeah.
Always remember that. You can be a billionaire at 35, at 45, at 55, or even at 60. You're not taking anything with you. It's just you're gonna enjoy what you have for a long time. And if you're smart enough, you're gonna quadruple what you have.
Right. Right.
You know, and believe me, it is so easy now to make money.
I agree with you 100%.
Before it was not the case. You have
Yeah.
so much access, so much knowledge, and in fact, countries are inviting you to create your wealth. Countries are inviting you to collaborate with them. Speak to your government, connect with your government, give them ideas. You'll be surprised. There will be at least one person there to hear you. The government here in the UAE is always
Yeah.
inviting
Yes,
you.
yes.
Yeah.
Fujairah is asking, tell us. Iraq is asking. Al Ghawain even is asking. Abu Dhabi is asking. Dubai is asking. So don't say, I don't know how. Don't say, if somebody made millions with ice cream and you cannot, Danube made money with sand and you cannot, so it's you then. It's
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Look at the mirror.
It's the hard work.
Make mirrors.
Exactly.
Basic living.
Exactly. Shampoo. Anything is
Anything,
working.
or just
right?
export or trading.
Yeah.
But you know, you said it so profoundly that it's maybe the hard work that people want to escape. They want to get the easy,
the button, the easy button. That's what
the
everyone
easy
is
life,
looking for. Yeah.
or
Exactly. I always say you're beautiful, you're tall, model. You don't have a skill set or you don't know how to talk or present, be a masseuse, a massage therapist. You know how to sell, you know how to talk, be in real estate. You have a skill that is related to art, you know how to draw, you know how to dance, be in the art of entertainment. It's a whole industry. But don't just say, I don't have what it takes. It means you don't have yourself.
Exactly. It's
You
still a
live and
learning
die
process.
and don't find yourself, you're gonna come back and do it all over
I
again.
believe it's for people, as you said, it's a journey. Like, there are timings for everything. There were timings when we were just trying to figure out ourselves, but there's a time when you really figure it out, and then you just go and you're so much enjoying it because it's a passion thing. And I believe without passion, it's very difficult to progress because
Yes.
everything needs to be self-sustained.
like Martin is. If you come to his fashion show, you will see him everywhere, behind the stage, in front of the audience.
We're coming
You know,
soon.
because holistically,
Yeah.
he's so passionate about his creations and making sure that everyone is, you know, enjoying the the art and the the showcase. Martin, also share with us what is it that you want. These are such hard truths that people are limiting themselves, right? I see that you're also very deep. You're not just like in the material world, but you're also connected with the energies. And so, were you always like this? Were you always intuitive, or?
No, of course not. No, I was like when I was modeling, I was like comparing nutrition facts between the rice and the pasta and and the pizza and how many wings should I have per week, you know. Now, when you connect, because you need to understand this earth we are on, it's also an entity, it's live. And when you understand that, and when you understand it's part of you, it's like another detachment of your body, you'll treat it well,
Yeah.
you'll care for it, you will not be a reason to harm it. I'm not criticizing anyone. I respect everyone who's trying to make it in this life. No, I was not intuitive before. I was wondering. I experience everything to say I've done it, and then it's up to me to choose which lane I should take, you know. But I think I'm 33 today.
Oh.
In January, I'll be 34. And I think even in my worst feeling or my worst day, I'm having a better day than a lot of people. So I'm always
100%.
grateful. And remember, whenever you feel pain, it's just some weakness exiting your body. And after it's over, you feel very strong.
True.
And take your time to learn, to observe, but also take action, because discipline is really what I'm trying to teach myself even more. It's beautiful, because you will at the end have a pain of not trying and regretting,
Yeah.
or a pain of doing something that if you have the option to be distracted, you keep it on the side and you focus on yourself. I am teaching myself that every day, and any day I will master it.
Oh my God.
I think you have already
This is so
mastered.
beautiful. I'm just
I
like
really
listening to
think-
you. Like it's like
It's
honey
like a
to my
poem.
soul. You know, I'm literally
have
like
to write a
observing so
book.
much beautiful. Like I visualize everything, whatever you just said right now, because I think all of us we went through these experiences, and you know, just I don't know. I have no words. It's just like very hard to express myself after what
You
know.
have muted us.
Yeah, exactly. You made
Oh, I hope not.
no. In a way that you just made us feel exactly what you were talking about. By the way, this is one of the amazing skills also of a human being who is very mature.
At
You're
such a
able-
young age, you know. I mean, I know people even after they don't mature.
But you
They
know,
don't change. They
Samira,
don't accept that they're wrong.
I literally stopped taking age as any identification. Because you find people who is younger, you find people who is at 60 still figuring out something in their life, and they are all looking up for others. You know?
I have met a 22-year-old man and a 67-year-old boy. I have met
Fact.
a 25-year-old woman and like a 60-year-old girl.
You know, it's the energy that God gives you.
And you know what?
I think it's from that point.
I learned to treat everyone with respect, but with limited access.
That's what we all have to learn. Limited access is something
No,
that-
for me, you have a project that you feel I'll be great for. You have my budget. You have the resources that I can produce something of quality. I'm always there. I will work with everyone, anyone. We just find a focal point to focus on and we meet. I don't have to like everyone I work with. Work is done.
Yeah.
We finished it. It's okay. We don't need to be friends or even acquaintances, but we can meet in a work space to produce something energetic, because at the end, everyone is your customer and everyone is your audience.
Exactly. So, Martin, we're closer to an end, so I would like to ask you maybe to share a few thoughts and to wish something to our followers. Somebody who is maybe in the middle of struggle, somebody who is maybe thinking of getting into the fashion field. Anything that you feel like sharing with the audience?
Always remember that everything you're feeling right now, you're supposed to feel. I tried to fight the pain, it became more painful. I tried to fight everything that I was supposed to feel to change it. You can always change. Just allow yourself to heal inside out. Because remember, whatever you talk or whatever you wear or whatever you do, even walking, it starts from inside first. It could be a decision, a trigger, an emotion, and a feeling. Careful what you surround yourself with, careful what you say, it can cost you dearly.
Martin, can you explain us like which, like who like is the right fit for your clothing line? So which age groups or under what dynamics does...
We start from like teenagers, 15 and up, until 40, 50. We also have custom-made suits. We have private clients that never wear something with print or something that's already on the website. We always have certain fabrics, certain silhouettes for our dear clients who believe in me and trust me with their style.
And you also have a perfume line.
Yeah.
So yes, and do you plan to go to footwear, or is it something? And another question, like if someone wants a tailor-made outfit for themselves, do you also cater to that?
We cater to that, and there's always room for development. Remember, House of Victor is only 4 years old. There is a lot to do and bigger plans on the way.
Amazing.
Thank you so much, Martin.
Victor.
Really, it's I think it's one of the best podcasts that I ever had. And
Don't say that, because there are more intelligent people and more people coming, and you will have
so that's
better
why I said
guests.
one of them, but you know.
No, you will not have me again, but you will have someone
What do you
who's
mean
better.
we will not have you
Maybe
again?
we can
Second
have
episode,
others.
maybe
No,
next
I'm
year.
not talking about that. The talk about something else.
You guys okay? Yeah.
It was very nice.
Thank you so much for everything. Hope you enjoy.
Thank you, Martin.